Listen, but what the
So, yeah.
catcher is just the JoJo thing that lied on the TV.
Saurolosaurus. We will call it Saurolosaurus.
Bro,
Hey, I will not sit here.
That's where they keep the Woolworths free range chicken.
Say what? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Comedians Roast the Headlines and TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another edition. I think it's episode 59 or 58, something like that. It's crazy. So we do have other comedians joining us in a little bit. One is running just a bit late, and the other one will be joining us just before 9 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna look forward to that. I already see some familiar faces in the chats. Before I get to them, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I am Comedy GPT. Ramaphosa is joining me, as well as Thugnificent the second, not two, the second.
Dos.
Dos.
don't misgender me. Don't misnumber me.
I literally got cucked out by Peter because apparently it's not two, it's the second. I will not sit here.
What up, Gavin? What up, Debbie?
So Debbie
What
is
up,
in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Gavin is in the house as usual. One of 44 is also here, as well as
I couldn't
Cameron.
even read that. I was like, one of 14.
Camera.
Cameron.
Thank you guys so much for coming on and joining us tonight. Like I said, we do have another guy coming onto the show hopefully soon, and he can just pop in when he can. I'm gonna get us started, ladies and gentlemen. I got a jam-packed night. So tonight's gonna be a little bit different than usual. Some of you already know that the first hour has now become roasting the headlines. Second hour is where we just talk a lot of shit. Now, there were two headlines that were sent in for this week that I thought, you know what, these two headlines are gonna make an excellent topical discussion. We'll roast them at the end, but we're also going to talk about them. I'm not saying it's going to take a whole hour, but we'll see. There's two really good headlines that are going to be worth talking about, and you don't want to miss that. So, without further ado, Debbie saying Ramaphosa hasn't got his flying fish.
You are mistaken. You don't have electricity, Debbie, but I always have the flying fish.
And ladies and gentlemen, he has arrived just in time. Rich
What up?
Mahogany.
That is the greatest.
Look how he named his white opulence.
I don't know why, but Paul looks older tonight. What happened?
Oh,
You cut your hair.
Wow. That's how you gonna
That
start.
doesn't look old. He looks younger. You look like an AI picture.
Wait, I seem to be having some audio problems coming from Rich here. I can't hear him.
Hello.
There we go. Oh man, that's
Testicles,
sexy,
1,
Mike.
2. Testicles, 1, 2.
Yeah.
Why'd you cut the hair, man?
I was getting too shaggy. I didn't like it. I've done
man.
shaggy, so I was
Now
going.
you-
I'm-
Now you look old and like proper. It's weird.
For the record, Mr.
You
Mahogany.
look like Velma. Like
Oh man. I fell apart. I'm sorry, Paul. I was man, there was glot there. That was too accurate.
that was scary good. I like that. That was good.
you
Old
look
school
good,
Velma
man.
was my favorite. Old school Velma.
Old school Velma. Absolutely.
Classic.
Yeah. No, she was the best one. She was the
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
You give
Hey,
us
Cameron.
such a-
Evening.
Yes. All right. So let me just get Paul set up here in the
Apple.
extra window here. This is what happens when you arrive late, Paul.
Sorry,
You
I was. my
hold
wife
up
was-
the show.
My wife made butter chicken. What am I supposed to do? Okay.
Okay, so you're
Butter
blaming your
chicken.
wife.
Oh,
No, I'm not
You
blaming
know
my
this
wife.
is
I'm
this is
blaming
on
my
internet, dude.
I'm blaming my appetite for the butter chicken. Is what I'm blaming.
You
Be
made
clear
butter
about it.
chicken. That
Oh
is
yeah.
good, my guy.
Oh yeah. No, my wife can cook.
I
She's
think butter
good.
chicken deserves 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Pete knows.
I
Good
really,
butter chicken. Yeah.
at least
I'm
15.
gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right.
And also
I need to go with-
before I forget, sorry, I have to address it, ladies and gentlemen. We got a Sasa chat from Gavin, who says, "Hi, seasoned comedians in the Joe Show."
Oh,
so
hey.
thank you so much for the Sasa chat, Gavin. Much
right.
appreciated.
More flying fish for me, Gavin.
Some people have OnlyFans. Bevan has an Only Flying Fish.
Oh,
What the hell is that, Bevan?
It's just water, guys. I ain't gonna.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay.
Like a weird ass flask thing. It's cool. It's quite cool.
All right, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin. We got a jam-packed evening, so excuse me if I'm a bit rushed with the headlines, but it's going to be quick and it's going to be punchy, hopefully. We're going to start off with a bit of interesting news. I saw the headline today, and I want you guys' take on it. Ramaphosa says he doesn't know and doesn't plan to find out which ministers allegedly looted ESCOM.
In other words, everything is normal. Like everything is as usual. Thank
It's
you.
like if someone cheats on you and you're like, I don't care. I'm not gonna look. I don't want to see the messages.
you know what? I just
I
want to
don't
move
know
forward
what
with my life.
We have a good thing going. I'm not gonna spoil it.
What the fuck else am I going to do?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he knows.
My wife knows, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll lie
I
to
do not
her.
need to know.
Yeah,
I do not need to know. Oh, that's sad, my guy. That is
I mean,
sad.
it's kind of a it's, you know, everybody talks about Cyril as a squirrel, right? You know,
Yeah.
that's like the kind of the thing. But now he's an ostrich now. Like, he's just burying his head in the sand. Like, no, if I don't look at it, it's not there. I don't see the corruption, so it's not happening. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I have no idea.
It is sad, my guy. Sad. So wait. So does the article say what he means? Because obviously the heading is just the heading. But does he mean like?
Fair enough. Let's give in some.
Well,
I
let's dive in.
This is going to a nice juicy bit here.
Someone, okay, hold on.
You know, it's completely
Of course.
understandable if your job is insurmountable. Like, oh look, I just want to deal with I just want to deal with corruption. I'm not going to deal with other thing. But the problem is all of it is so interlinked. You can't deal with the one thing and really be effective and not deal with the other. It's
Yeah.
So ostrich in the sand. So you're essentially ineffectual. You know, like what good?
Ostrich is a mole, my guy. This is a mole. He's in the sand. He's
Yeah.
one with the sand.
So basically, what he's doing is he's basically saying, "Listen, I know I'm the president, but there's people out there who have, you know, there's SEPs, there's Andre de Ruyter, there's all this. So let's just see what pans out." And the
Oh, he's
people
saying they
in
must
charge
be-
that
yeah.
need to take action will take action. I don't need to do anything. That's basically what he's saying.
This is the way that they all get out of stuff, right? This is the it's before the court, so we can't comment on the matter. You know, this is the action, but in reality, the reason it's before the court is because they filed the appeal or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they set the conditions that make it so they can't talk about it. And it sounds reasonable, but in reality, all it is massively avoiding the issue.
Yeah.
So they come up with ways of saying, well, it's not really my area. It's up to them
That's the
to
one.
do that.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
you know,
Plausible deniability and that kind of
yeah, plausible deniability. Exactly.
Total Rama pointless.
Well, there's really not much to say on that one except for like, would you expect anything else?
Start crying, basically.
It's not my business. Okay, it's not my business. Someone else has to deal with it.
Yeah,
Okay, guys, please, let's
and that works
move on
really,
from
and
it.
that works in
Not a
every
problem.
aspect of our lives. Really, isn't that how it all works for everybody? It's not my business. I don't really know, and so
Yeah.
we'll just let the government do whatever they do, and it's not my business.
Yeah,
so.
it's not even on my street. What am I going to do?
So using Bevan's excellent metaphor, it's like if you get caught cheating, it's like, listen, it's not my business. Like, there's a program called Cheaters. Get them involved. Let them do the research.
Yeah,
Get the evidence.
I can't really comment. It's before the court right now. So I can't really comment.
Exactly. I don't really say anything, you know. I don't want to quote others at home.
Oh man, I want to see someone try that.
What the useless guy. How will you fool me for like so long?
Okay, let's see. Next headline, ladies and gentlemen. My boyfriend's cancer battle was ruining my mental health, so I left him. Now I'm running a marathon in his honor.
She's the hero of her own story,
Gave him
not
the cancer,
his story.
probably.
She's not the hero of his story, but she is the hero of her story.
Yeah, I read this. This is insane. But okay, this is also an interesting topic because here's the thing, right? So they were gonna buy a house. Boyfriend found out he has a very bad, rare brain cancer, basically, and things weren't going too well. And despite the fact
cancer, things aren't going
here's
too
the
well.
thing, right? So he was getting treated, and he has survived. Okay, I'm going to the end a bit, but they didn't know that at the time, obviously, and she claims that listen. It was really hard for me to take care of him and all the stuff that was going on. So my mental health was really bad and it wasn't fair on him the way I was being. So I decided to end the relationship. But we remained friends. And then he gets better. He has an operation. It was successful. He gets better. And then she says, listen, I have a lot of guilt because I was an idiot and a bitch. So I'm going to run a marathon for you. And that should be okay, right? That'll make us fine.
You know what should happen?
I'm gonna make it up.
Ramaphosa should run a marathon for us. That will make me feel better. Biggest thing, Ramaphosa.
No. Instead of all the reparations for everybody, all the white people just run a marathon.
Yeah,
You know,
there we go.
They
all
already
settled.
do. They even
All
run an
settled.
ultra. They even run a comrade. That's how guilty they feel.
Show me your Oceans card. Show me your Oceans card.
It explains so much now. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Paul. Now I know why white people run so much. Sorry.
But sorry about that. I'm doing it in your honor.
Sorry.
It's in your honor. I mean, this is like, I don't know. I'm picturing like it's not a thing here as much as it is in the States, but like this land acknowledgements or in Australia, where they have to say, we recognize that we stand on land that was stolen from such and such people or whatever, and so and it doesn't mean anything. Like it doesn't do anything,
right?
It's performative, actually, absolutely.
Yeah.
So they're running a marathon in their honor. You know, that's all they're doing.
This land we stand on was
But
stolen.
how do we feel?
I want to go back.
How do we feel about the fact that she broke up with him
Can I say
because
something?
of her mental health?
Can I say something? I think that was a self-protection move on her part. But the fact that she's making this public, and she's twisting the story as though she, like as Mahogany said, the hero of the whole thing. Is so twisted. I think she's a psychopath. I don't think she understands. Yo, you're the villain. You're the villain. Hello.
She's gonna run 42 Ks, my guy. That's gotta mean something.
No, I love the I picture of the guy with brain cancer sitting there going, "Whew, bullet dodged." Like, wow, I'm so glad.
Look, I don't deny the fact that it's hard to look after somebody that's sick, right? That's obvious.
Oh, sure.
So breaking up, I get it. I could understand. Her mental health would be fucked because she had to look after somebody that's like that is virtually dying. So breaking up is okay, but don't do that marathon thing afterwards and put it online now, my guy. No.
At least wait 48 months before you strike the book deal. All right, just
Exactly.
easy on the YouTube channel. Easy on the YouTube channel.
Magnificent knows what's up. I think it was a bitch. It was a dick move to do the marathon thing in his honor, and then like go and put it online and like just looking for attention. No,
Yeah,
please.
no.
It doesn't
You
work.
know what? But you know what? I'm gonna throw this at the table, Joe, and I want you guys to tell me what you think. What if these two were so in love, but they are so genius that they use this whole fucking thing? See, now we're talking about them. We're talking about them.
Scamming us.
People are gonna go to his Patreon and go, hey, listen, mate, fucking blah, 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 blah. Here's $50,000. Fuck that bitch. Meanwhile, they fucking buying land, da, 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 da. They're gonna in 5 fucking years where we forget everything, they make up. Oh, happily ever after. Swindled all of us.
Did he
So what?
actually have
Are you-
brain
are you-
cancer?
Yeah.
That's
So
what I'm
what?
saying.
This is like the cancer swindler now.
That's taking it too far.
Pete took it there.
But now he went there.
His mental health was impacting him.
we need to put
human being.
We need to put them on some sort of list so that we can check on them later to see if they tricked us. We'll call it Swindler's List,
I like
and
it.
we'll
It's amazing.
You know what's awesome? It's actually a great idea. Yeah,
All right.
Yo, that's
follow-up
perfect.
episode.
We got to move on. All right.
Okay, now.
Well, speaking oh my word. Okay, so maybe these two stories are linked. I'm just going to read the headline. Ultra marathon runner who finished third disqualified for using a car.
That would be awesome.
My guy, marathons are hard. Ultra marathons are even harder.
dude.
do
I'd use a
not
car.
feel
I'd
bad.
use a car. Absolutely. I
But
don't-
Joe, finishing third is disgraceful when you had a car.
Yeah.
But
You
do
know
you
what?
think it's the same lady? From the
Her models are
Probably.
questionable. I think it could be her.
But also, but here's a question for you fellas. Like, so what kind of rating do you think she gave the Uber driver?
She would have given him 5 stars if she got in second.
It wasn't.
How do you come second?
No.
There was some
It wasn't-
protest action on Okavango Road. So she couldn't
Unfortunately,
make it.
Oh, yeah, you fucked it up.
unfortunately, it wasn't a Uber driver. It was actually what happened was she was in pain after halfway mark. She accepted a lift from a friend's car to the next checkpoint with the intention of telling the marshals she was pulling out of the race. When I got to the checkpoint, I told them I was pulling out and that I had been in the car, and they said, "You'll hate yourself if you stop." I agreed to carry on in a non-competitive way. However,
Yeah, this is where it gets. This is where it doesn't scan.
when she
quite
crossed
probably.
the line,
Yeah, this
she
is
was
it.
given a medal and trophy and posed for
you did.
pictures. I was tired and jet lagged and felt sick.
Oh,
I
really?
hold my hands up. I should have handed them back and not had pictures done, but I was feeling unwell and spaced out and not thinking clearly.
It was
was a mental health issue.
unsolicited blowjob and not stopping it.
I was tired and spaced out and jet lagged. I'm going to use that as my next excuse for everything. I just, I
So
mean,
you posed for pictures, you took a medal, you took a trophy. You weren't too tired for that.
Ultra marathon. Look, she should be given some sort of academy. Really, she quit fucking
Which nationality
marathon.
was that, Joe? Do we know?
Sorry?
Which nationality?
Australia.
I wanna know
No,
which-
wait. This runner
Scottish.
was
What was the nationality?
from Liverpool. No,
So,
Yeah, yeah.
Scousers scum. Yeah, that makes sense.
sorry. Scottish. The runner was Scottish. Scottish.
Okay, so the runner was Scottish, and the race was in
I can hear.
England.
That the race was in Ultra's Manchester to Liverpool event.
Oh, okay, cool.
I would love to hear her recite her excuses in that Scottish
I would
accent.
love to see the pictures of her, like with her
I was
middle
woozy,
and
I was
through.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe she's just like,
I was jet lagged.
I was
I was spaced out. I was
so
tired.
tired. I had a turtle head
Come
poking
on.
out.
I sound like Sean Connery. And now I think,
I
but
can
now I
be
can't.
on the one.
We're just going to start making excuses. I look like
They
Shrek.
can
I mean,
take
like
my
what?
medal.
I look like
They can
Shrek.
never take my 42 kilometers in the car.
You sound like a Scottish having a stroke.
Rode for a wee bit in the car.
I only like 25 kilometers, you pussies.
What?
All of 44 says is she a politician.
No.
Great
It's not really our job to know, really, like other people can look into that, right? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm taking
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Cyril Ramaphosa. I'm just going to be Cyril for the rest of the show and just be like, I'm sorry, it's just not really our area
Not
to
my
question
job.
these things.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
not my job.
We
Not
will
my job.
see what happens.
Yeah, we'll just let it play out in the courts. You know, we'll let things.
We don't know what kind of code was. We don't care.
All right. Next headline. Duo admit removing penis and nipple of a man accused of carrying out castrations and broadcasting footage of his eunuch maker on his eunuch maker website. There's a lot to unpack here.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand.
There's a lot to
word of it,
dissect.
but I know it's
Oh,
English, but
dissect. Oh.
That's written in English, and I don't know what is the beginning and what's the middle and what's the end.
So, two people admit to removing
Penis and nipple.
tallywhacker
Yeah,
and the nip. Okay, of the man. The man is accused
So
of
there's
carrying out castration.
so two guys, okay,
I got it.
hunted down a man who owns a website called Eunuch Maker, and this man, what he does on his website is he broadcasts cutting
Castration.
people,
man.
castrations.
Okay.
So these two people hunted him down and gave him.
So the heroes. So why don't the lady
Taste
that
for
got
his
the
own
third
medicine.
place medal give it to them? So wow, what planet are we
There's a
living
whole website. There was like a YouTube-esque type setup of a dude chopping off
Yep.
jiggly bits, right? This guy was slicing jiggly bits and for likes.
I just feel like only a Russian can do shit like that. Like a Russian, like a Bulgarian, something in
I would go
Czechoslovakian.
that far, you know. Come on, give the rest of the planet some credit.
Oh my god. Joe, let's get the nationality. It's time to play Where They From.
Let's see here. From South Kensington, West London. That's the guy one of the guys who hunted down the man.
No, that's fine. That's the hero. We expect the hero to come from there.
He's from, okay,
Another Scouse.
three guesses.
Okay.
So one guess from each of you. Ramaphosa, where do you think?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna go someplace like Sweden. I'll say Sweden.
Okay, so Ramaphosa says Russia. Rich says Sweden. Thugnificent, what do you say?
Thug.
What
Say
say
you.
you? I want to represent my people.
Oh,
Kenya?
no ways. No way.
Somewhere in West
Well,
Africa.
people-
Without Papua New Guinea.
Okay.
He has to be the most wrong.
I mean,
If that's even a word.
Yeah.
Where's he from, Joe?
That's cockfunny.
Where's he from, Joe? Give us the. Norway! Rich was
Whoa.
close.
I was so close.
Whoa, you
I
were
would
very
never
close.
have seen that
I
coming.
mean, yo, that's
It's
crazy.
Norwegian.
Although I will say this,
Norway.
the hero of the story looks a lot like Hitman from the video game.
Oh, yeah, of course. Code 47. Thank you for your
Damn, homie. Nah, I support this guy. He looks dashing. Diablo 2. Diablo 2.
Hey, do you guys want to see the villain?
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
Please. Yes, please. Brunette or blonde? Oh my.
Come on. Hold
Come
the
on, my
door.
God.
Hold the
You
door.
You look typically
No.
like a bad guy.
No, Pete.
No, that looks like you with an
Sorry, I'm
upside down
sorry.
head.
Hey, come now. That's not necessary.
It's no feed.
Nah, but come on, man. That's just
Hey, man.
this is
Hodor,
on Netflix.
Hodor.
This is like on
Hold
Netflix.
on.
I can see this on Netflix.
I can.
2 balls, 1 man.
The penis swindler, is that what it's going to be called? I don't know.
It's
Okay.
Swindler's List. Oh, another one.
Swindler's List.
Oh man! All right, so next headline. Sorry, I got to go through this because this is a lot. All right, couple who spent $25,000 on Harry Potter wedding told to grow up, guys.
Whoever told him that is the best human. on earth.
Emotional damage.
Who told them to grow up? Please.
Wow.
People.
Well, everybody,
Yeah.
Bevan, everybody told me to
Probably
grow up.
the bride.
kids.
The bride
Let's just check this out.
Blunt and funny, perfect for a Gryffindor.
This is their wedding. This is it. Like this is happening in their wedding right now. I don't know what the hell that is.
Oh, it's one of those fantastic animals out of the briefcase.
This is low budget nonsense.
$25,000 doesn't go very far. What
Oh
is
my
with-
word.
is he wearing a hat?
This is a Bollywood wedding.
Dude,
From
Bollywood is
Nigeria.
way better than this.
His posture.
Yeah. He looks like a
like
cartoon
an S.
character.
It's like
Oh my word. No.
No, man. This is funny
No.
info. You're pranking me. That's Gandalf.
gosh.
Okay. What's up with that? Like, what?
I don't know. I don't feel like $25,000 explains a lot of that. Like
Exchange rate, Bevan. What's the exchange rate? You should know this.
18, my guy.
Okay,
Yeah,
$18
18.
dollar. What is it? 2 for a pound.
hold on. 25,000.
Break it out.
25, 1, 2, 3 times 18 equals nearly half a bar.
For a cartoon wedding.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a proper cartoon wedding. You
No.
could have done a Bugs Bunny. You could have done a Bugs Bunny wedding for like a quarter of the price.
No
Hey,
smoking.
Jesse, haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Good to see you.
Hey, what I gonna say?
If you go,
No,
I mean, if you
man.
look at the picture, he's wearing a backwards baseball cap. Okay.
Bitter.
Now, nowhere in Harry Potter, as far as I can tell,
Did you
not,
see
not
that?
that I'm,
What
not that I'm
was
an
that?
expert.
Actually, that's a very good point.
Which house are the Yankees from?
Maybe it was.
Which house are the Yankees from?
What the hell we
I
talking
mean,
about? Gryffindor?
he's-
What are we saying?
No, he's
I think
from
it's Money
douchebag
Pump.
door. Douchebag door. Absolutely. You don't wear a baseball cap
Douchebag door.
backwards
That's
without being a
Slytherin through
douchebag.
and through, my
Sorry.
guy. Only Slytherin would wear that.
Yeah, only Slytherin would have that kind of posture. Look at that.
No, he is slithering right there. Absolutely. He is part
Yeah, you-
snake.
Thank you,
That guy look
Mahogany. You
like
pointed it
Chewbacca.
out. That's a suspect.
Oh man, this is a rough.
What? in
And
the
this part
world?
was just weird. That last,
This
like,
was
I don't
just
know.
weird,
Yeah,
Picking up the remote control car, Chewbacca marrying them. They just cross referencing everything. And now pronounce you and you may now
Fly,
say
you
your-
fool! Fly, you fool!
Yeah,
Looks like
my
it. He's got a Gandalf.
Harry, you're an idiot.
Okay, well, if you guys thought that was weird, let's go over to New Zealand, where things are getting, I don't know, children's cat killing contest axed following backlash in New Zealand.
Oh my goodness! You know that whole. Although, give it up for the headline.
Yeah, whoever wrote this headline is like, this is the best headline of my life.
Please tell me they didn't kill him with an axe.
They don't care
Please,
how you
please,
kill them,
please.
as long as you kill them.
Oh,
Children's Could you read
thought
that
New
again,
Zealand
Joe?
was a
You
progressive,
read that so
developed
well.
country.
With your baritone voice.
Yes, yeah. Go ahead, Joe. Lay it on us.
Very Children's cat killing contest axed following backlash in New Zealand.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Damn,
That's the headline right there.
In a world where kids can't kill cats.
Can't kill cats. We don't like
There's a lot going on in this headline.
How does a cat killing contest even work?
So it's a contest planned for children in New Zealand to hunt and kill feral cats as part of a drive to protect native species has been axed following backlash from the public and animal rights groups.
Yeah, Australia and New Zealand have a huge problem with invasive species, and I think the Australians have.
Yeah, cool. White people. So, Northern Canterbury hunting competition for the Ruffin school. What the fuck is going on here? Under 14, they got age groups.
They gotta get rid of those cats.
What happens if they have an A team and a B team? How the hell does this even work? And these prizes, guys.
No.
The prizes
Yeah.
are
Otherwise, you can forget about any.
Oh my word! What? Hold on. Did I read that correctly? Hold on. Where is it? Organizers of the contest maintained that the junior hunting tournament to kill feral cats using a firearm or other means was about protecting native birds and other vulnerable species. But they're using the 14-year-olds are using firearms.
Yeah.
Are you sure this
Sure.
isn't in Texas or somewhere down south or something?
Yeah, this feels a little more Texas. But I mean, Texas, they would just, there wouldn't be news because they would just do it.
Yeah, but
They
also
would do it,
no.
it would be a competition.
Whoa! Texans will kill other things than cats.
They shoot people in the head.
Feral
Yeah.
cats.
Well,
They
the
were
thing is,
eating all the birds and destroying all the the pheasants.
so this kind of stuff has to happen. Like, so they have to cull things, right? So what the Parks Department or whatever from New Zealand decided to farm this out to the community, and so let's let them do it instead. And that's where they've gotten in trouble, because actually this kind of stuff happens all the time. I knew a guy years and years ago. His summer job one year, back a long time ago, was he had to cull coyotes. There were too many coyotes in this part of Texas. Okay. And so his job every day was to ride in a helicopter with a machine gun shotgun out the side of it and shoot coyotes. And so they would fly over coyotes and
That sounds like
So
fun.
he was the living example of me. That guy that the coyotes always trying to get me.
Revenge of the Roadrunner, right there. You know,
People are outraged.
So
This
they
has
had
to
to call these things, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they said, okay, guys, you come up with a plan. And then the world came back with a plan of the Hunger Games. That's what happened.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to some Netflix news. As Netflix expands password crackdown, it sees a cancel reaction.
No shit, Sherlock. I give my password to like 5 people minimum.
Netflix will expand its password crackdown initiative. The streaming service started with password crackdown testing last year in Chile, Costa Rica, Peru, Canada, New Zealand, Portugal, Spain in February. In the first quarter, we launched paid sharing in 4 countries and are pleased with the results. We are planning on a broad rollout, including the United States, in the second quarter, the company said. Netflix expands password
Don't
crackdown.
bring that shit to South Africa.
That's interesting. Here's
We're gonna
what's
witness you.
I tell you guys this about my Netflix account. Every once in a while, like maybe once every 2 months, I log in. It resets and I log in, and I see my stuff is in is it Portuguese or Spanish? So I think I'm sharing my password with somebody else in South America, maybe even. So it's like
Change
it's
your password before they do, and you can't get back on again.
I don't know how they do it.
So, are you gonna? How many of you guys have Netflix? Okay, I know, Pete, you obviously have it.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
on every page.
I think
If they,
everyone has it.
but I'm gonna stop using it if they're gonna not let me share the password. Like it's over. I can't use it. I'll just use
But what are
something
you going to
else.
use then?
What's the best pirating thing? Bringing LimeWire and Pirate Bay back, bitch.
To me, like the Netflix, because I can use a VPN and I can log into American Netflix or I can log into South African Netflix. So the Netflix, like the South African Netflix, though, is like increasingly more Bollywood and more like odd kind of stuff, and you're like, it's not what I'm looking for, man. That's not
garbage.
Yeah, and so
that one is garbage. That's the you get the normal Harry Potter, we get the one that you saw in the wedding. That's the budget we have to deal with.
The musical version of Harry Potter.
All right. Next one is 84 million rand cocaine seized. What is going on?
Where was this?
Maybe they just gotta lube it up a little bit and loosen it up because it's seized, so it's just
What is up with the Western Cape and cocaine?
Hey, don't you mess with our national flower.
Is that what's growing on the side of Table Mountain?
You think it's snowing in Cape Town? No, it's not.
That's a different kind of
million hands worth of cocaine.
Dude, that's a different kind of flour. If it's a white powder, does not make it flour. Okay.
You know what? I gotta admit, guys, the voice really does have fun with the article. So listen to this.
Yes.
Western Cape cops, Metro Police, and law enforcement clamped down on a Helza consignment of 140 kilograms of cocaine worth 84 million rand. It gets better. The Whacker cops got a sniff of information via a tip-off and followed up on leads, which led them to the premises of the airport industrial. A sniff of information.
Thank you, Tracy Lynn.
Yeah, guys. I'm telling you, we are cracking down on cocaine. We're more concerned if you connect your electric meter box illegally.
Check the. No. Just go back up, Joe. Check the end of the paragraph there. In order to help eradicate the trafficking of drugs and give the trade a major blow.
Major blow.
That is excellent joke structure.
Excellent, guy. We should actually get this person down to the open mic.
Yeah. She just has to read one of her articles. That's it.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Gonna get a bump. A lot of cocaine, my guy.
So that's 8 million. What happens to all of that? Like what happens to cocaine?
Someone has to snort it, my guy. That's just how it works.
They give it to the bear.
None of it went missing, Kevin. Don't be so negative. We have good cops inside. I can't carry on with that sentence.
You mean we have a lot of good sniffer cops, dogs.
Yeah, sniffer dogs. Yeah. They got a line on a new. No, sorry.
All right, the next.
Everybody line up.
Can I?
Everybody line up.
Before I bring on the next headline, I gotta ask you guys something. So, Paul, if you can answer, go ahead, because you haven't been in South Africa for too long. But Pete and Bev, is there anything? And I don't mean this in a bad way. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm genuinely asking here. Eastern Cape. Is there something is there something special about Eastern Cape? Like if I said to you, I'm a tourist and I want to go visit Eastern Cape, is there a lot of things to do in the Eastern Cape?
Yeah.
God damn it.
You want to buy a VW, you go there.
That is something. Yeah, especially those classics. If you're looking for a classic, you can find a classic over there. The mountains, a blanket,
speed bumps,
mountains, and a donkey.
Potholes, bigger. Jobs. Not a lot of water.
Phoenix, if you're interested in Instagram photography,
landscaping. If you're interested in landscape photography,
there's lots of land.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't been here that long, but I have been to the Eastern Cape a couple times. So I've done Addo. And Addo was nice, and you see a lot of.
But what was
elephants.
nice about it? I want you to give 2 things that was nice every time you mention a place. What was nice about Addo?
And nice about Addo was I saw amazing elephants. They got like surrounded in the car by elephants. This last time I went, I've been to Addo like 3 times. I saw hyenas eating an elephant.
Oh, here we go.
My man, you on a fucking safari, you can see that your ass is so. That is not the Eastern Cape. You just described Lagos in fucking summer.
And then I've done the bungee jump, the big bungee jump.
Oh yeah, the bridge.
Yeah.
So the storm river thing.
Yeah, Storms River thing. So I did that, and that's like the tallest bridge-based bungee jump in the world, second tallest overall in the world, and it's ridiculous and fun.
But that's not real places. It's not close to anything. It's not close to civilization.
Hey, look at this.
Is it
Easy special person.
Yay!
Eastern Cape special person has arrived.
The Eastern Cape? What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Tell us about the
Just
Eastern
making
Cape,
fun
Mark.
of your place.
I'm not from there.
I know that's the problem with it. That's one of the reasons we didn't not to go.
Like I grew up in the Eastern Cape. I love it. I love the simplicity of that place. I just wish it was given a better chance. I think the Eastern Cape, if given the right governance and all of that, could be like sort of the equivalent to Middle America, sort of where the farm people are, the middle
kind of
small
solid
town
good people. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, fuck all in the Eastern
Oh,
Cape. Thank you.
man.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So the reason why I'm asking.
Ask Mo
Okay.
he loves me. Let's tell you why he's here.
So the reason why I'm asking is because of the next headline. UAE president lands in Eastern Cape on 20 million rand runway he built for himself and his entourage.
I know why.
Dude,
Bitches cocaine. That's why.
All right. Now, Now.
if a private citizen from a different country can build infrastructure in his own private yard better than we can, yeah, I think that's an indictment.
no. You don't understand. This guy
what
has
are you
bought
saying?
land in South Africa. He built his own. I don't know. It's somewhere here. And okay, so he had an airplane that couldn't fit on the runway of the airport, Eastern Cape Airport, whatever it's called. Okay, so he asked, "Is there an airport anywhere in South Africa that he can use, or in the Eastern Cape specifically, because he wants to visit the Eastern Cape?" And they said, okay, well, you can use this decommissioned airport that hasn't been used in I don't know how long. So he rejuvenates it, okay, with his own money, okay, floods money into this airport so that he can rebuild it and be able to land with his own plane in the Eastern Cape. Now, what's even crazier than that is he had his family, staff, the protectors, doctors, entertainers, okay? Not just that, ladies and gentlemen. He also brought, and it's somewhere in this article, he also brought his own gym equipment, okay?
What?
Yeah. He brought his own gym equipment.
You gotta get that 6-pack. Ooh,
I'm trying to look for it now.
Oh, we
2 billion is a lot to
What is
carry.
happening here?
And
There is
blah,
a-
blah.
Yo,
So
that's
he-
crazy.
source claimed that 2
I
weeks
don't
in
believe this is
his
real.
private game resort. That's where he's staying, okay?
Built from scratch.
He built from
Really?
scratch, yeah.
You see, Paul, this is where you saw those hyenas eat the elephant in a natural UAE zoo.
Oh my gosh.
This is insane.
That's crazy. That's a lot of wealth, eh? That's like well, you know when they say "fuck you" money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
No, they have that kind of money there. I saw a headline. I don't think I sent it in. But
There we go. There's Jojo. Go back up to that picture. There's the
Oh wait,
beneficiaries.
hold on. Here it is. So the royal family and their guests are said to have brought their own furniture, cars, and gym equipment for their 2-week stay in the Eastern Cape.
I don't want no goddamn bed bugs. I'm bringing my own shit.
No, this just proves that there's fuck all in the Eastern Cape. There's not even furniture.
What are you talking about? It's a sheep. Oh man, they
I
got
bet you that guy
beds
doing his
in
own
Cape.
walk or so. He's like, bring my own walk from the UAE. I'm sick of this shit.
Ridiculous.
Oh
I
my
will not
God.
sit here and let you talk about my people in the damn town like that.
Because
Okay?
that guy will buy you. He will buy you if you're not careful.
Whoa, we're treading a very sensitive topic here. People cannot buy people anymore, Bevan.
Yes, like,
We
man,
moved
do
on.
not watch sport. Do not watch sport. We literally sell and buy people.
No, and that's how the UAE and Saudi Arabia. That's how they work. They do that. They don't buy people, but they.
So here we go.
They-
Here we go.
Yeah, no, I can.
Gentlemen,
They buy
Guys,
people.
I stay.
They buy. They buy.
They invest in like. I
Look there, they're wearing the white robes. They're just missing the white hats. Oh, they've got the white hats. They're just not pointy.
they're just not pointy.
Wow.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Wow.
I love you.
Welcome to the show, Mark. Welcome to the show.
He went there. Anyway, so that was
ridiculous. That's what that is. That is fucking ridiculous.
Wow.
I do think that it's good for the economy.
I don't know.
Shut
I
up.
think there's some money laundering, but besides that,
Yeah.
you know, I've heard of people, you know, buying their own plane and stuff, but buying your own airport.
Hey, I mean, is it good for the economy? He bought it. He bought an airport. He brought his own cars, his own stuff, his own whatever, his
didn't
entertainers,
buy
everything
anything.
here. He's gonna.
Yeah.
He's not gonna go to the local like Nando's. Like he's not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
He would buy his own Nando's.
Yeah. Is that a bad
Give me
thing?
all your Portuguese rolls.
All right.
Yes,
Man.
exactly.
Oh, shit. No, man, this is ridiculous.
It's dishonorable because we as the Eastern Cape can't provide that. You know, but
Furniture. Yes, you as the Eastern Cape can't provide furniture. That's why you had to bring it.
no, like
Not even one dumbbell. Not even a squat rack.
exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the next headline. We're almost done. Guard sentenced for using Baby Shark as punishment for inmates.
Oh shit!
Wow.
I'm not even going to read the article. That's just brilliant.
Cruel and
I love
unusual
that.
punishment right there. I love it.
But
I
why
love
did
it.
they punish him? They punished him for punishing them.
Was it a cell? Well, it depends on which cell it was.
How many
Was
years did he get, Joe?
What did he do?
Yeah, no,
was it
he
a
played that
self-follow-
song
So-
for inmates to torture them.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but
they
what
just
did the
get
inmates
put it
do?
on
Maybe they
repeat.
deserved it.
They always deserve it.
Well, it's-
Always
it's-
think they deserve it.
Was it a cell full of sort of petty thieves or white collar crime, or was it a cell full
No
of
such
just
thing as white collar crime. It is
I don't like that
crime.
statement.
White
Oh, yeah,
collar
no, white collar crime, like
I
you know,
like
like
that statement.
Okay, so
Yeah,
apparently, okay, so this
here's
is what
an example of white collar
this
crime.
is what they did to the inmates. The two they forced the inmates to stand while handcuffed and listen to children's song on repeat, including Baby Shark.
Yeah, that's
Well,
torture.
yeah. There we go.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So-
Take them back to
so-
their childhood.
Baby Shark is officially torture, is what we're saying. That's
Yeah, no, it is.
That's
Well,
good,
I mean, if
actually,
you
yeah.
watch it on a loop over
Facts.
and over and over
Have
and
you watched
over.
Peppa Pig, Cocomelon?
Well,
I
even
know
if you-
you're reading backwards.
If you watch Baby Shark once, it's torture. So
Yeah. I'm talking. Yeah, two of you are dead. Yeah, like I'm
You
not.
can
I'm
only.
not sure.
No, I don't even want to get that song
Well,
stuck in my head.
Is this? I want to put a scenario talking about torture. Talking about torture. Okay.
oh, okay,
Putting,
here we
I'm
go.
putting this question. putting this question.
I like this. Where are we going?
Bevan
Yeah,
Shark.
I don't think you're gonna like where it's going.
Bevan Shark.
Okay.
Okay. Where we going?
Would the next headline if this was happening to you, would it be torture? Okay, if you were the person complaining about what is happening in this headline, would it be torture? Here we go. Couple banned from Fly SAF Air after getting intimate on Durban flight in full view of passengers. Now, what happened is...
no. Wait, so the couple...
No.
New member.
I'm saying that if you were sitting next to the couple doing this...
Yeah.
Oh, come on, that's torture, man. Come on.
I would take out my phone and film it and put it on OnlyFans and make money.
Monetized.
I
The
must
capitalists
agree.
would bubble up in you. Don't make me. Don't make me.
Only face.
I think if it's a, so if that was me in that, and so I'm the guy sitting next to them, and they're doing that, I'm getting arrested for assault at the end of that flight. That's what's happening, because I figure if you pull it out, you're ready for me to smack you around like that. That's.
I thought you meant like you're going to ask to join in, and then they're going to hit you, and you're going to hit back.
No.
Sorry.
I'm not just going to film you.
Robert.
I'm not going to film you and say, "Excuse me, please, if you don't mind, I'd rather you didn't masturbate in front of me. I'm going to take measures. I mean, I'm just.
I'll be like, I would just go like, I'm next. I mean,
I wouldn't say I was going to take things in my own hands, but that's different.
No, man.
But
But you would handle it though.
I'd handle the situation.
And handle
I'd
it.
handle it.
It's funny.
Consider it handled.
It's funny that you guys are saying these euphemisms because the couple in question that were doing this, the lady was giving her man a hand job, so she handled it.
oh. Does that count as that? Does that actually count as the MyHigh Club?
Oh, come on. man.
I mean,
You know what's more offensive than a hand job on the plane? The price of chips, cool drink, peanuts, Bolton.
That's facts. I mean, that's proper fact. That's how you get proper fact.
That should be a crime. If anything should be a crime, that should be a crime. Like, let the man get a handy. I thought this was like full on going at it business. A handy is
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. It's a
You
local.
forget your earphones on the plane, you need a handy. That's how it works.
45 minutes. Can't you wait? Get the fuck
Although
No.
I will say this. This was a very interesting part of the article, which is this is a lawyer saying that under Chapter 11 of the Civil Aviation Act in 2009, nuisance, disorderly, or indecent act on board any aircraft, which makes it a crime to commit any nuisance or disorderly or indecent act, be in a state of intoxication, or behave in a violent manner towards any person, including a crew member, which is likely to endanger the safety and security of the aircraft of any person on board, such as an aircraft. You can get imprisoned for doing any of this stuff on an airplane.
Bullshit. I've been intoxicated on flights so much.
the intoxication maybe, but I'm talking about the indecent acts. I mean, like seriously, like
The
you shouldn't
indecent
be able.
act for is 55 rand for a can of Coke. That's indecent.
Man, you got to be on an American flight. 55 rand is nothing. You get an American flight, they're like $12, like 200 rand for a beer.
Does
200
the Coke taste bitter in the air? Is that what it's about? Like what is it? Is it actual Coke from the airport that we just discussed earlier?
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's disgusting.
But I mean, like, was it like just open? Did they at least put a little like a blanket over it?
Or a little champagne over it. Yeah,
There was
open.
open.
We know
Open.
what's happening.
No, man.
Oh no, that's
No one's just like, you know, like
Who was that kid?
Yeah, no one's
really
doing
lanky, like.
Wait, more. Can you show us that again, please?
Can you make the face
Maybe-
again,
Can you-
please?
Maybe it was his shake weight.
You got the angle wrong.
face. You gotta put reenactment under the bottom of that. Reenactment. Professional actor reenactment.
I like how Morgan uses two hands. He's like,
Wow, that's a real Boeing.
A Boeing. Oh my.
Oh
I want
man.
to see
Okay.
the cockpit. Oh, sure you do, honey.
My seat is in an upright position right now. Okay.
Open the palm of your hand and prepare for
Let's
that.
go.
I'm with Pete. I'm with you, Pete. You and me, buddy. You and me.
Oh, we there yet?
All right. All right. Next headline, ladies and gentlemen. These get wackier as we
Bro,
go
please,
forward.
let's go.
Wacky
So
in
here
the
we go.
mouth. Oh.
Yeah. After 43 lip procedures, 25-year-old says extravagant appearance hinders her love life. Now, before we say anything, ladies and gentlemen, here is what she looks like.
Hey!
Boom!
Why
Got
did
a
the
big
eyebrows move to her ears?
Looks
Your
like-
eyebrows are like, fuck, I'm tired of this bitch. I'm out.
I mean, that's how bad the eyebrows are. You actually look and see you come on the eyebrows over the lips. Like that's like the lips are terrible, but the
No,
eyebrows might be worse.
I think Bevan is just working his way down.
No,
Are the eyebrows loading still? But I mean, I don't
The
get it. What
buffering.
is-
I think she looks like she was photoshopped, but by Microsoft Paint. That's my.
Looks like she has a 4.5 head. Like it's just space up for a 4 head. It's just
She dreams in IMAX. What the hell's going on with it?
guy. Why your lips looking like an asshole?
Oh man, guys.
My
Why?
friend, it looks like Rafiki is walking away. Like those lips are a mess.
Yeah, man.
How many
43?
45 surgeries?
So
43.
20,000 pounds or 400,000 rand.
Oh, man.
She says men propose to her online and offer to take her on trips, but nothing
yeah,
serious
yeah.
happens.
Trips to Dubai? What, like, I don't know.
Where? Trips where? What would...
Eastern Cape.
That's the way.
Yeah,
Stop the
Eastern Cape.
I mean, I'm not sure if you can cross a certain height. I mean, do those things inflate under certain pressure? Can you go
I want to see this. I want to see
She
this.
pulled the little-
again. Go up. This is why
She pulled her lips out from underneath the seat and then pulled the tab, and you know. What the?
Those are some inflatables.
How do you eat with it?
But I love the third point, the third bullet point there. It says she thinks her current lips are small.
What?
She looks like
Yeah.
Her lips look
Yeah,
like
she's-
2 pork sausages. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's
This-
bangers right there.
she's
Bangers.
surprised.
It's definitely bangers. God, no, man.
surprised that men are not
See
going
what she- oh,
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
She looks like a clownfish.
Okay.
Now I'm feeling
What
bad.
the hell, mess?
Oh, you know
Yeah,
what it
no,
is.
no.
No. Hold on. I gotta Google this.
I know what it, you know what it is. It's all of us keep doing the clown world thing, and now eventually they think that
And then they actually
we're into clown, like big lips.
That's what happens when you keep duck face like that. You
Yeah.
get stuck. That's what happens.
Are you confessing to something, Ramaphosa?
Duck face.
I want to check your Instagram. Bro. Have you been duck facing this whole time? Like, are you the cause of this? Are you
All
letting-
of this shit.
I blame the Kardashian sister, the one that did the thing. Remember the thing where they did with the glass? You have to suck it, and then some of the kids
Oh,
like,
then it
pop
makes
their
you
lips.
like a Philip. Yeah.
Yeah.
So dumb.
TikTok or something like that?
Look at Joe googling away furiously on Pornhub.
Wait.
She's got an OnlyFans.
Wait.
No.
That picture reminded me
Oh,
of this.
No,
No, come
no,
on. Look.
no.
Look.
that
Wait.
is nasty.
Oh, she's the.
Look. See?
Oh no.
Okay.
That's the same thing.
No,
It's
no,
the
no, no.
same thing.
Search for the
It's
guy.
same thing.
Which pictures the fish?
Search for the guy. Search for the guy
Even
from
the
Monsters
eyebrows
Incorporated. Because that
What's the
guy.
thing? guy from
Monsters Inc. The guy sucks on the vacuum cleaner or whatever thing, and then his lips come out just like that. I'm just telling
Same
you.
eyebrows.
Yeah, but you're
Yes.
gonna where?
But Monsters Inc. lips.
maybe I
Put
think
lips.
it's
I swear. Oh, there is Fungus. His name is Fungus.
Yeah,
Right
it
there
is
at the top.
fungus.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
Yeah,
yes.
there it
That's hey.
You evil
no!
genius.
Mahogany is correct.
Well
Fungus.
played. Well played.
Oh my
Your
gosh.
eyebrows go back. She'll be.
She'd look better with 3 eyes. I mean, seriously.
Don't give her ideas, Paul.
Because then she could have 3 of those eyebrows. She might kind of add up to 1
Yeah.
complete eyebrow. You know.
Fourth procedure is loading.
Let's go. This.
What?
Oh,
my god.
Oh no! Oh come on!
No.
man! If you saw that in Walmart, you'd run, man. You'd run.
I feel like I owe
What the-
money. Oh,
I would
no.
pretend like I don't know myself. I shouldn't exist. I shouldn't be here.
I mean, I'm just
We're all a
wondering
simulation.
who's
It's all a
proposing to her. What do they look like?
Wow, guy. George Lucas is a job. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still stuck looking at the blouse. So, yeah.
Guys, is that Tiger?
Those are lippy lips. Lippy lips.
This is what the hell is happening here?
Maybe too many men were looking in an inappropriate area, so she thought, you know what? Let me do a procedure that's gonna make them look close to my eyes.
God damn
It's
it!
gonna make them look to heaven.
Yeah.
I wish more women would ask men what we men actually want. No,
We-
no,
Money. You want money?
no, no.
Oh
Who
my
wants
God.
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
Oh my God. I want another flying fish. Get this thing out of my seat. Oh, yeah, this is horrible.
Wow.
No!
Why would you do that to yourself?
Oh, man.
I want a university swipe right.
Bleach for my brain. Could I drink bleach for my brain to actually wipe that away? Like clearly, like, oh my god.
I'm worried about what Voot is saying here.
I
I'll
think
keep her in
that's
my
how she got
closet. I
into it.
don't know.
I'll keep in my closet.
You do. Yes, yeah.
Right, you're not allowed to. No, you can't. You can't. Joe said earlier we're not allowed to own people anymore.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
Those
There are
really,
rules here, boo.
those really like he's a stickler like that.
Human
rights.
Abolition of slavery, whatever.
I'm Abraham Lincoln. Look at me.
Wales court.
Emancipation Proclamation, whatever.
Whatever.
Killjoy.
Marcus Aurelius.
All right. Next headline: Veiled man unmasked in Kenyan women's chess tournament.
Surprise, motherfuckers! Oh! Oh, you thought I was running. Surprise!
You know, but I mean, how dare he use his inherent extra strength as a man in chess? I'm not really. Does he
Wow.
You're not allowed to play mini chess.
he's able to
Technically,
move the knight with more fierceness? You know, just
Oh, we
more
were not allowed to
ferocity.
play mini chess or what?
It's the knuckles that intimidate.
well, technically, men are better logically than women. That's why there's
No
different
way.
rankings.
Well,
in chess.
this is how this is what made them feel suspicious. The player attracted increasing suspicion as the rounds progressed after playing with a world-class Olympiad and winning.
Olympiad, please.
Olympiad. The officials could.
Olympi-
So because the
Olympipad.
person won, they were like, "Wait a second."
Yeah,
This can't
and that
be
and the hairy knuckles. That was probably.
How is this woman
That's
winning
the
in
giveaway.
sport?
Why did
Yeah,
you?
the opponent was scratching his crotch a lot, and they were like, "What the fuck?"
And had a deep
You're
voice.
man.
Had a deep
This
voice.
didn't play.
And he left the toilet seat up, and they're like, "Wait a second,
Yeah.
wait a
Ooh.
second."
He was like,
And then as they found him out, he was like, "You pesky kids, I'll get you next time."
And I
Is,
would have got away with a 2 without you pesky kid.
His, maybe when he accepted the prize, he was like, shukran.
Oh, did you just assume his religion?
But I think I think the funny. So this is the funny thing that to me about this story. So is that he pretended and he got caught. Therefore, it's a bad thing. But if he said that he felt that, then we would supposed to be celebrating him.
Yes.
We would have to be like, oh, well, then you feel that way. So we're going to make commercials about you. Bud Light will sponsor you, and the whole thing. But instead, he pretended that made it wrong.
No, you should have. What if he just woke up that day and felt like a woman chess player?
Exactly. That's what Rich is saying.
Yeah, he didn't do it the right way. He pretended wrong.
Speak to your people. Get the wokeism into Kenya. Come on.
His delusion was just wrong. That's all it was. His delusion wasn't like channeled. You gotta channel your delusion.
You gotta own your delusion.
Speaking about delusions, Netflix Queen Cleopatra documentary sparks backlash in Egypt.
What have we got now again? A black Cleopatra.
Oh my goodness! I am so glad the Egyptians are finally going. You know what? Fuck all this.
Listen. I know Egyptians. Okay, you gotta do something really messed up to get them to speak. Okay, they tolerate a lot, and I was curious when I heard about this documentary being made and stuff like that because I lived in Egypt for 9 years. I've seen mummies. I've seen mummies. Like no, they're really in the museum. They're in the museum preserved. They're in the museum preserved. Okay.
I knew it.
I promise you, they're in the museum. They're preserved. It's not like it's crazy the way they preserve them and all that stuff. Like, no offense to black people, but they don't look black. They look Egyptian.
There's a ton of evidence that a lot of, there's just a ton of mummies that have red hair, blonde hair, things like that you wouldn't normally associate. So, are they from Africa? Yes, as we understand.
Bullshit. There's no such thing as a ginger mummy.
Absolutely is. There absolutely is a whole thing about ginger mummies. I'm telling you.
Apparently, Cleopatra was Greek.
Yeah, she was Greek. Yeah. She's a descendant of Ptolemy.
Yes. Yeah, historically accurate. This is verified by multiple sources.
You are missing the point. Why is the Little Mermaid black? Huh?
Yeah.
Why? Huh?
And that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point.
But I blame Jada.
We're gonna make
and Will Smith for this shit.
We're gonna fuck everything up. Elon Musk is gonna be played by fucking Denzel Washington. Okay, we're gonna make Netflix fucking movie on him. We're just gonna do whatever we want. Oh shit! I can't wait till the new Nelson Mandela movie with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you talking about? Chow Young Fat. Nelson Mandela.
Shit, guys.
I just think that Viola Davis.
If gender can be fluid, I think nationality can be fluid as well. Tomorrow, I am going to be Italian. Finish and fucking come on. No one's going to tell me.
Claro.
You're not going to tell me.
Unless not make you an offer, you can refuse. You might
yeah.
Nationality is fluid, guys. You want to be Palestinian, you want to be Saudi Arabian, you want to be Nigerian, you can be whatever you want, guys.
All right.
Throw your passports out. Joking, Paul. Don't throw your passport out. You're gonna need it, my man.
I wonder if Egypt is gonna ban this thing. I don't know if they can, but I know that they banned the Matrix.
What?
When I was living there.
Why?
It was the movie was seen as haram.
Because it's too close to the truth. You do live in the Matrix. Just tell us.
Yeah.
I don't know if banning is the way to go. I think let the people see.
Was it stopping the bullets that was haram?
No, because Neo is a reference to the one. which is like a prophet.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, that can't be. That's not a thing. Like,
So even
Speaking of the one,
yeah.
so did they is South Park banned in Egypt?
South Park should be banned everywhere. It's just too.
Especially the
I
episode
managed-
where
I managed to
where Muhammad
watch it.
was there.
Well, yeah,
one
no,
with
that
my-
would have been banned. That would have been banned.
Yeah,
Listen,
just check.
we were talking about a country that censored kissing. So I kid you not.
Kissing is gross.
What?
It's spit from someone else.
So if you go to the movies in Egypt, at least that's when I was living there, okay, movies like let's say Twilight, because that was one of the movies I went to.
Right.
Anytime the
Brokeback
main
Mountain?
characters kissed, that was cut out.
And like, was
Shit.
they, do you think they censored the scene in Brokeback Mountain where they were kissing as well?
I don't. That would have been banned too.
Oh man, why do they hate the gays?
I don't understand. Why can't they just blur it out? Don't ban it, just blur it. Do a blocking.
Because in their culture, it's haram.
No, but just like you're breaking up.
Dude, you're not even allowed to like kiss in public. Like it's frowned upon.
No, that's
A man or a woman?
Unless you're married, you have to be married.
No, I'm not.
A man or a woman?
A couple.
Anybody.
Oh,
Couple, man.
Yeah.
Couple of fuck ups.
Okay, moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Okay, so we're almost done. We got two more headlines. Okay, so next headline: Toddler slips through White House fence.
What?
Oh my god. Did the toddler sort
Joe
out all the
Biden.
political problems while it was there?
Just wearing a MAGA hat.
No, this is no. What happened? They found a toddler in the White House, and he was like, "No, he slipped through the fence. Joe wasn't smelling the kid. It's not like the guys."
Not what it looks like, everybody.
Biden's
Suck my
like,
tongue,
bring,
kid. Suck my tongue.
Kenya by itself, we don't know. We're trying to find its parents.
Biden says, bring the
Bring
child
up-
to me.
Yeah. Harvested adrenochrome.
Is there going to be a commission in a couple of months? Commission of England?
Yeah, what day was this? April 18th, April 19th? What is this going to be? The April 19th Commission.
April 19th. April 19th.
Live streamed on CNN.
Let me see the picture. I want to see the picture.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Who are you?
Rodney
Dude,
Mullen,
that's
kid.
heavy, bro. They're going to waterboard that son of a bitch.
DEFCON terrible twos.
Yeah, those Russians. They're getting very.
I mean, I want to caption it and go like, Biden said, "Bring me a fresh one now."
Yo.
Oh no.
I smelled all his scent off.
But what
Okay.
what does his hair smell like? That's what we all want to know.
Yeah, that's what we know.
I have
like the
opened
forest.
a can of
No tears, baby shampoo.
I'm moving on before this channel gets banned. All right, last headline of the Comedians What's the Headlines. Then we're going to do another 45 minutes of just talking cock. And I've got two other headlines that I think are going to be, they're very topical, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to make fun, but at the same time have an interesting discussion about these headlines. Okay. But for now, this is the last headline of the Comedians What's the Headlines, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a bit of a doozy. A lot to unpack here. A 78-year-old woman with 2 prior bank robbery convictions arrested after Missouri bank heist.
What?
Damn.
To Bonnie Gooch. What's her name?
Bonnie
Gooch. Gooch was arrested Wednesday afternoon in connection to a heist at the government bank.
Bonnie Gooch.
Wait, isn't
Bonnie
Gooch that part between your area?
Hey, now,
Oh, yeah.
what?
Oh my god.
That's
You thinking of a douche?
Do you guys
My
area? Do you guys want to see a picture of her?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
please. I want to see a picture of Bonnie Gooch.
Is it a mugshot or?
I think she looks like a Bonnie Gooch.
All right, let's see. Bonnie Gooch.
Oh my!
Oh!
She's trying to hide.
Yeah,
Yeah,
already
I
caught
want
her.
all your money. Now give me all your
Pam Golding? You found Pam Golding?
Thank for Pam Golding.
Oh man, they can't sponsor us anymore.
Oh,
Economical
How
Pango.
short is she that she's at the bottom of that page? It shows you.
yeah, 60 centimeters.
What is that?
What is that?
That's like 2 rulers. That can't be a person.
You can't be 260. She can't be 60 centimeters. What is that?
What is this? This is the person that walked through the White House fence.
Maybe that's how she pulled off the heist. She was so little, she just walked, underneath the lasers or whatever.
So, a 78-year-old woman accused of robbing a Missouri bank by slipping a teller a note that read in part, "Thank you, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you." Allegedly has a history of prior bank robbery convictions, multiple outlets report.
Wow.
She's been held on $25,000 bail.
Yeah,
How much did she need? I need 13,000 square goals. Thank you, sorry, I didn't mean to scare. What in the fuck?
It's so polite. It's so polite. Bless her heart. That's
See, look,
nice.
she wore an N95 mask. They should definitely ban N95 masks for causing robberies now.
My guy, this is not a robbery. She just asked.
Yeah.
You can't do a. How do you do a robbery without a weapon? Please explain.
Yeah, she said I
Exactly,
need
yeah.
it. She didn't say
Yeah.
give it to me. She said I need it.
She said
okay.
this is a robbery. Just because she said this is a robbery doesn't make
Yeah,
it
and
a
I mean,
robbery.
Ultimately,
I'm sorry,
who are we to judge? Who are we to judge? And really to know what happened. And I think other people are probably
Yeah.
responsible for that. So it's probably not really our job to look into
Yeah,
that too clearly.
yeah,
Let's just
Yeah.
let the legal system run its course. Yeah, because it's before it's
that deviation sounds very familiar.
I don't know where you might have heard that before, but yeah.
I don't know.
Gooch is
Bonnie
scheduled to
Gooch.
appear in court May 25. That sounds so gross. Gooch is scheduled to appear on your crotch in May 25.
Better get your
We'll
ointment.
message someone about that.
She's a hoochie goochie woman right there.
Ladies and
my
gentlemen,
gosh.
that's going to mark the end of the Comedian's Voice of Headlines. Now we're going to talk a bit of cuck for the next 45 minutes. And I've got 2 headlines that I think are going to be roasted, but at the same time, very good topical headlines, or at least good for
You saying
discussion.
topical or tropical?
Topical.
Tropical and topical, my
oh,
friend. We've got it all here.
Topical
Dylan,
lotions.
Dylan is here, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you in the
Wow.
chats, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We hope you're enjoying the show thus far. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and
Question.
keep the conversation going. And feel free to comment on anything that you're seeing. I'll try and pop them up as I see them. Once again, thanks for all the Sasa chats that you guys have been giving in. And yeah, let's have a look at the first headline that I think we're gonna let's just talk about it. Let's just have a bit of fun, okay? What's the need to sexualize a performance like that? Sam Smith is slammed for Satanic Gloria Tour show featuring religious imagery such as sheer veils, wire crowns, and devil horns.
Go to the
What's a
picture
sheer veil?
immediately. Go to the picture immediately. I don't care about this devil shit. Just go to the picture. Oh man. Have you guys ever seen Gammon dancing?
Gammon dance.
Oh, is that Sam?
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Oh my god. Go keep going down. Get down to the good parts. There we go. That's the goodies.
The good parts? The good parts? What are you talking?
Look at
It's
this
crazy.
picture, man.
Look,
My God.
I think that I think that look, we can condemn this. Great. Look, not my bag. And I think society's kind of has been riddled with this kind of thing for years. There's been controversial. I mean, I can remember Madonna was crazy.
Yeah.
If we are going to get all vitriolic about his whole thing, then fine. Got to use that same energy to roast Madonna and go back through history. I think we are in a good position to choose what we want to consume or not.
Yeah.
Pete,
What do you reckon?
Yeah,
Pete, my rebuttal to that is
Fuck what you-
my rebuttal to that is, but it wasn't okay for Madonna to do what she did in front of kids, and it's not okay for him to do what he's doing in front of kids.
In front of kids, right?
That's,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can we leave kids out of this shit? I think I should have made that clear.
If he was in a burlesque show,
yeah.
different story.
Go wear a G-string.
Because at least those burlesque shows and the drag shows, they do it at the school for the children.
They have respect for their time.
Well done,
Yo,
Mork.
guys.
Well done.
Well, I mean that's what it's gone down to. I mean, do you guys? But I mean, like, the one thing I must say is though, at least this is this is better now because this is so much better than when we were kids, and they would always bring the strippers to school and do the pole dancing, and we would like forced to watch that. Remember those, right? That was terrible.
I don't know what schools you went to, Mark.
No, but I mean that never happened.
No,
I'm
but
just saying
Mork,
that.
Mork was homeschooled and he just got confused.
My mom liked dancing.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like her music.
Mommy! What his preference is, I do not care. But this is a load of crap. Look
No,
at
I mean,
idiot.
so
And
so
there's
some
a
of it. I
genre
mean,
for everything. This is not the
Yeah.
place. Like you should have had an age restriction of 18 for this cat. If you're gonna sell
Yeah.
it, you can sell it to people who are 18 and older.
Yeah.
Finish and fucking cut. Don't
Yeah.
don't
but I think-
expose them to this shit because they don't know what's going on. They don't even know how to do homework. They can't tie their fucking shoelaces. They can't do anything right. So like they
Yeah.
need to be taught. So you can't
But the-
expose kids to shit like that at such a young age. It's just
I think I think the problem is though is that it's so on the border of what's acceptable and not acceptable in the sense of like what is allowed to be televised. Do you know what I mean? Because there is like, for example, you can't have nudity. So he's not nude, he's semi-nude. So he's basically on that line of like what is allowed, which is.
No,
but I
but
mean, so
let's
now
look
it's
at
like how do you go?
Is
How do you
this
go
suitable
stab?
for children? Is the bottom line. Are kids
No.
allowed to watch this shit?
No, I would
It's
never
not- it's
ever.
not so-
I would never ever let
Then you might
my.
as well let them watch South Park. You might as well let them watch all kinds of shit that they want to watch and do whatever the fuck they want to do.
No.
Even Avengers
Well,
has
kids can't watch
has parental guidance. But is it true or not? Does Avengers have parental guidance or not? Yes,
Yes,
it does. So why the fuck does this
Yeah.
not have parental guidance? If I can't look at imaginary creatures from space, what the fuck am I looking at here? This looks like an imaginary creature from space. Because I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on here.
but
Your
the thing is-
sexual preference is your own business. I don't care that he's dressed like a gammon doing a strip dance. It doesn't matter. It's just not
But I mean-
suitable for children.
Yeah, but the
Come
problem
on,
is
man.
this is timid. This is timid compared to what the acceptable drag show fucking story time is now. This is
Yeah,
mild
no,
compared to
okay,
that show.
yeah.
So like
we're
where you
getting-
like
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, but
So,
okay,
I
but
mean,
not
there
that it's
is,
acceptable.
but there is outrage against the drag show.
Oh yeah,
front of
absolutely.
yeah, no,
kids.
of course. Yeah.
I'm curious to hear.
But they both have outrage.
yeah.
Like I don't want
Yeah.
my child going to a school where there is
Yeah.
drag show story time. Like that's again not
Yeah.
appropriate
Fuck
for children. And I've said this before, and I don't care if people are going to clip that and try and cancel me. But I've said this before. If the LGBTQ A plus community wants to do this in schools, build your own school. No one's stopping you from building your own school where you can have your own drag show, story time, whatever. You can change the nursery rhymes to be more inclusive, to I don't know what gender types you guys have, all that stuff. And nobody's stopping you. Nobody's stopping you. And then you can have your own, and anybody who's not part of that community who wants to be in that school can go to that school, but they have to abide by the policies of that school in the same way that when there's not an LGBTQ plus A plus community school and there is someone in that community going to that school, you should abide by the rules and policy of that school. It's only fair, but
It's only fair.
But this is the
Wow.
same. This is the same thing that happens with movies and IP and a story. The thing is, no one's going to. Nobody's going to join that school. If there's a community, you're talking about 0.5% of the American population. No one. They're going to start a school. There's going to be 4 people going, technically. So and the same thing applies. They don't want to start their own thing. They want to take the thing that exists and they want to change it and make it theirs. With movies and series and all this stuff, they want to change it to fit their ideology.
It sounds so weird when you say it out loud, but that is what's happening. That is exactly what's happening. I can't put it any other way, because it's not like you're trying to deny somebody anything. You're not trying to push anybody away. But what we're saying is, don't push that on me. Stop pushing it onto me.
Ironically,
you can be what you want to be, but I'm not saying don't be you. Be you, but don't try and make me like you.
That was maybe the argument, or that position would have been valid 10 years ago. Right now, it's pretty evident that it's no longer about acceptance. It's really about getting you to do what is on paper. And so you going, it's leave me alone. Yeah, no, it's obvious. And it's not this kind of vitriolic thing. It's the ideology. I'm coming from it. From the source of it. How is it that suddenly 5 years we're suddenly debating this? This wasn't happening in 2011, 2014. Now we're talking about it. No, so something fundamentally changed. It's the ideology, the underlying ideology of it. It's like, okay, it's not about equality, it's not about acceptance, but power. I get to tell you what you get to say, do, down to how you even address me and address yourself.
That's 100%
power play. I mean, it's really quite obvious, at least at this point.
No, 100%, dude. I agree with you, because it's not a thing of like, leave us alone, we want to do our thing. It started like that. Now it's like, you better believe this fictitious reality that I have, otherwise you're somehow denying my existence. That's horseshit.
And the thing is, we haven't even got into the thing. Sam Smith, obviously, he's relishing the attention. Like,
of course.
That's. But is he good? Is he Paul McCartney? Is he Tom York from Radiohead? Is he whatever?
But I mean, he's an amazing artist. He's fucking.
He can sing. He can sing. But I mean, as far as like, it's like sort of dictating, I will do things and you will accept them. I'm sorry, he's just not that. Not even close. And even a McCartney or whatever. Yeah, you can't do that to people. So like, he's pushing this on, and it's just absolutely like. It's just not going where he wants it to go. I mean,
it's Lady Gaga meets Peppa Pig. That's what it is.
No.
Did you just say
that's what it is? Lady Gaga meets Peppa Pig.
I will not sit here while you roast while you mix this Gaga.
In a world where there are more penis injuries in women's sport than it's ever been.
No, so
how did we get here?
How did we get here? That's a good question.
But here's the thing, right? So Lady Gaga has always been Lady Gaga.
Controversial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She came in like this. Okay.
Did you see the thing a couple weeks ago where she got some teenage girl came on stage and threw up on her?
Yes. But Lady Gaga's always been weird. That's my point. She's always been this way. She's always been this way. Since she you either like her or you don't. But Sam Smith changed.
Yeah.
Sam Smith was normal, quote unquote. All right. He didn't get, and this is where, like, with Sam Smith, I agree with you, Paul. Like, he's relishing in the attention because he was like a normal performer, right? He was well dressed, he had a nice song, he had a nice voice, and he was he was singing nice music, and it got him famous. But he obviously wanted more fame, so now he's starting to do this outlandish stuff to get attention, and people are talking about him. We're talking about him on some stupid podcast in South Africa.
That's who he is, though. Like, the shit we're seeing now is who he is and what he was doing.
Yeah, but that's what annoys me is that, or I have less patience for him, and I question everything he does, because now I'm like, well, you're just doing it for the sake of doing it and to get that attention. Whereas Lady Gaga, she is an artist. I will respect her as an artist because she came in like that. She came in outlandish. She came in weird. She came in.
Her art speak for
Yes.
itself, right?
Yes, she came in like that. So regardless, and Lady Gaga has some questionable stuff as well, but I can say she's an artist. Sam Smith, to me, is not an artist. He's someone who's just trying to follow a trend because he saw, oh, Lady Gaga's doing this. Oh, this one's doing this. That got them lots of reactions, so I'm going to do it. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from Sam Smith. And
I agree with you.
His creative choices are stupid.
But I think the in thing is like the trending vibe right now is the sort of I'm transitioning. Remember, like a couple of years ago, like 15 years ago, the in thing was like I'm coming out of the closet. Like people going from I'm identifying, I'm gay or I'm lesbian. Now that's not enough. Now it's like people want to see I'm transitioning to trans. I'm becoming a man, becoming a woman, or a woman becoming a man. That's the trending thing, and he's just using this. Exactly, like you said, it's just for attention, just for publicity, because nothing is. There's no good or bad publicity. It's just publicity. If people are talking about you, you're making money. Like you can have like with Trump, 50% hate you, 50% love you, but he is just owning. He's just gaining from that, and that's the same that he's doing.
Social media, like amplified. It was always there, but now it's just amplified because now one moment can be magnified to 1,000 people in like a matter of seconds. Suddenly, wow, you're like, oh, I got all of this attention, all this, and it just becomes this mutated weirdness. Whereas maybe 15, 20 years ago, Beeper, the InTouch keeper, those who are old enough, it would just been quelled within your neighborhood. It's done by the next afternoon.
Yeah.
Whatever fucking weirdness you had. Now it's like, oh, what? I can actually make money out of this? Oh, I'm completely weird. Yes. I like to dress in uniforms.
But that then begs the question. So you got to like ask yourself the question like, for example, if you look at all these sort of situations or news, like the Bud Light situation, was that done intentionally to create to get people on the one side to go, yay, best beer ever, and to have the outrage, because they're funneling that to get outrage. Your mic's off. Sorry.
That's my
100% to have the outrage.
Yeah.
And I think it has to be because it doesn't make sense.
Listen, my wife is in marketing, all right, and she actually put it on her Twitter account saying that the reason why Bud Light is even amusing this is because people are talking about Bud Light. It's marketing. So it's not like people will think like, because this is what I told her. I was like, yeah, but isn't Bud Light probably going to lose some money because there are people who don't like it, blah, blah. So, and they're like, and she was like, no, because more people are going to be talking about it. And in a few years' time, you'll forget who they sponsored. Yeah. But you'll feel like having a Bud Light.
Yeah. True. No publicity is bad publicity.
Yeah.
And I've noticed like that's very new for the American sort of advertising market to do that. I think like Bud Light's probably one of the first. I mean, like there's one or two. Take for example, what was it? Was that one? The Taco Bell? Which company was the one that was like super based with their shit? They're one of the first companies, but I think all the other companies are cottoning on. I do notice like in the South African realm, brands aren't they're still about 5 years away from even attempting that shit. Like the only people that get close to that, the only people that are close to doing that here is like Nando's, where they do those edgy sort of commercials, and but you got to be political now, so you're gonna offend people.
Yep. But
what? Do you? I think.
Do you have to exactly? Do you have to?
I mean, like Tom Cruise wasn't political. He would just he went for old school values, and fucking people just were drawn to it because it's almost like, oh wait, this is what that looks like.
Yeah,
John Wick is doing it. Just being sort of a human being again. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like our common things, a good joke. A great tragedy, we all can understand death. Can we tell stories about falling in love? We all can do that. Right wing, left wing.
Yeah, but now you've got different people falling in love, my guy. So you got to cater to everybody, because you must remember, man that was woman is now in love with woman that was man that is now becoming woman again. So how are you gonna tell a love
story identifies as a unicorn?
Is inclusive?
Great.
How are you going to tell a love story that's inclusive? How are you going to do comedy that's inclusive?
But why do you have?
And that's what's the answer?
But what's what's the value of inclusivity? That's my other question is, why do we have to, like, when you read something, when I read a book, I read Romeo and Juliet. I'm not English and I'm not Italian. It was written about people in Italy, and I'm not all these things, but I can still identify with humanity, right? So I don't have to have this inclusivity that says like, oh, I have to see myself as my thing in this story, otherwise it doesn't work for me. So I think that's a false like thing. You have to like give people that are like so they see themselves in the story. Baloney. No, you don't have to have that.
Do you know what the solution is? I'll give you the solution. I'll tell you the solution. TikTok number one has fucked us. You know why? Because you're dancing over songs that an actual artist has created. You're miling over movies that an artist has created, and you're losing artistry as it speaks. If you want to create your own narrative, write your own fucking movie, write your own book, produce your own fucking film. So if you want to tell those stories, create those stories. That's how it happens. Not taking what exists already and perverting it into something that's got fuck all to do with it.
But we've seen this play out in so many other things. People aren't creating new things anymore. They're rebooting something that has happened already. They're talking about now the 4th reboot of Spider-Man. So they're going to do Spider-Man again for the 4th time. Like,
That's sorry. That's probably going to be the title. Spider-Man for the 4th time.
For the 4th time.
They're rebooting Harry Potter now as well. And they're rebooting Twilight.
They're rebooting what?
Barry Potter.
Yeah, they're rebooting Twilight as a series and Harry Potter as a TV series.
What is Harry Potter going to be based in a Nova Park? What are you going to do with Harry Potter?
I would love to watch that.
There's nothing more to do with Harry Potter. Are they going to reboot Lord of the Rings to be based in Inglewood? Like, what the fuck is the plan?
What are you doing? Those are great pitches. What are you talking about?
But I mean, but Paul, you're right.
Guys, it's money. It's money, guys. Because
it's lazy.
Because
it's lazy, exactly.
It's lazy, but it's also money because they know that there's huge franchises out there like Harry Potter, and I wouldn't be surprised if Lord of the Rings eventually does get some kind of series deal, and they know that they can drag on the story in a series for 20 episodes per.
Has a series deal. It's already being made. The Lord of the Rings series.
Yeah, but like a 20 episodic
go back and
series.
Make the original back over again.
So, for example, like no, you're 100% right, Joe. The reason they're doing it,
SpongeBob in Mexican. That's all I want to see, and I'm done. I'm good.
Hola.
But the reason they're doing it is because it's a money making IP. Yeah. So, for example, look at a couple of movies that came out recently, like Venom, Morbius, and they don't do that well. So there's a completely new idea, and they're going, fuck, these new ideas don't work. They use the sort of tried and tested formula of like how the movie progresses from this happens, action scene, and that happens, and the movie doesn't do well. So they're going to go back to the things that make money. Like Harry Potter TV series is going to fucking make so much money.
And it's going to get HBO subscriptions.
Because we rely on nostalgia way too much, and that's the problem. You want to be nostalgic about everything, but nostalgia can't last forever because we're going to run out of history whether you want to be or not.
Dude, you're 100% right. Look at Star Wars. Nostalgia is dead. Star Wars is dead. You've lost almost, I'd say, 65% of the fan base. No one gives a shit. Look at the viewership of the new Lord of the Rings shit on Amazon. Like I think only 1 million people finished watching it. It's something ridiculous. Like 95% of all the this is that 95% of everybody who watched it didn't finish it.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That's insane.
I just want new things. Like write new books. Like how are we gonna get new things? That's all I'm asking for. Is like be creative again. Like you can't sit here and not have people writing books. That's where things come from. They come from fucking books, man. There's no other way to put it. If it's in your head, you gotta put it down on some form of something. If you want ChatGPT to write it or whatever, but it's gotta come out.
Thinking, Bevan. I think the creativity is there. It's just Hollywood is dead. The main mechanism of entertainment delivery over the past 20 years has failed. Yeah. So this thing, what Joe Emilio is doing, is more entertaining than most of the Netflix shows right now.
Absolutely.
Four random guys, middle-aged, some good-looking, some hey. But entertaining as fuck. All right.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
My mom says I'm handsome.
Hey, you believe whatever
No,
you want to believe,
no,
dog. Create your own reality, big.
You believe your truth, Bevan. Believe
Hey,
your truth.
I
Dude.
am a handsome young lady. I will hear nothing from no one.
So, so the same thing is happening in music. I just wanted to put this
Yeah.
out. It's the same thing that's happening in music. So
100%.
back in the late '80s, right? The Traveling Wilburys come out, and it's Bob Dylan and it's Roy Orbison, and you're like, oh my gosh! I'm thinking at the time, these guys are ancient, okay, and they're younger than I am now, right? Okay,
Wow.
so but you're thinking, oh my gosh, they're ancient, and then back then. When you were past 30 something, man, you were done as a rock and roller. You're like you're done. And now they're going on tours of casinos and they're 70 years old and they're still rocking out, right?
Still spilling out.
And part of me is like, okay, that's cool, that's good. I mean, you're still making music. I want to still be making music when I'm 70 years old. I get it. But the other part of me is like, where's the new stuff? Because we're still celebrating the old stuff. And we're still going back to that, and we're still and like so we're like caught in this loop. Like, what happened from the 50s to the 80s or 90s, where we made lots of new music and everything was going, and now all we're doing is recycling, which
The
is
internet.
continually recycling.
Yeah.
No, I can tell you why. I can tell you why because they.
Okay,
like,
after
like I said
just let me
earlier-
say, after your comment, Mark, I have to move on to the next headline because we're running out of time.
So no, but Paul's 100% correct. The reason that happens is because there's a specific formula. There's like sort of the golden formula for a song. It's like this chord structure. It has this beginning, this end. The same thing applies to movies. So they're not willing to take a risk with the movie. That's why you come with a great story. They go, we're going to rewrite it to fit this way. Look at 90% of the people that are on the top 10 or the top 20. Their chord structure, the style of their music, they don't write it. Other people write it, and they write the same fucking melody. It's the same chord combinations. It's over and over. That's what's catchy. That's what works. We're doing the formula, nothing else.
Yep. Formula.
Yep. Sorry, I do have to cut this because I do want to go into the next headline. I said there was two headlines that I thought were interesting conversations. This one's definitely going to be a very interesting conversation. I'm just gonna show it. Here we go. A woman born with 2 vaginas explains how it feels.
I forgot about this.
Now, before you say anything, before anyone says anything, okay, we've got to watch the video.
Okay.
What? No.
Don't worry. It's not nothing.
A former sex worker, Evelyn Miller, has disclosed that she has 2 vaginas, cervixes, and uteruses. According to Miller, her rare abdomen.
Sorry, let me just skip this weird. Because
I like Nigerian Blade.
Is this chick from Nigeria? She
No.
Someone from Nigeria.
Miller stated that
Hold on.
smear and uterus. Miller's
And I was
There we go.
mind
Okay.
blown.
hello, my name is Evelyn, and I was born with 2 vaginas. The medical term is complete uterus didelphes. It means that I have 2 vaginas, 2 cervixes, 2 uteruses, and 1 ovary on each side. I'm currently pregnant in my right uterus, which means I had sex in my right vagina. My left one is empty.
This woman was born with 2 vaginas, and she answers some pretty interesting questions about it.
I can have sex in either one, and I
No.
get pregnant in either side or both at the same time. I can actually carry 2
Wait, it gets better, guys. It gets better. Hold on.
different size babies at the same time.
No. So she has. So basically, I'm not gonna do any signs. So there's 2 holes.
Guys, please
Okay?
don't do gang signs. No gang signs, please. No
There's
gang
2.
signs.
There's 2 holes. Okay. And she says,
Holes.
"Yeah, just wait."
Though I probably wouldn't do that because my husband wouldn't like that very much. So it's 2 holes. So if I open my legs, I have like a left hole and then a wall and then a right hole. Sort of like 2 eyeballs looking at you. I can have sex in either one, and I can have a baby from either side. The best thing about having 2 vaginas is
Wait, this is the best thing about it. Okay, listen.
obviously sex is a lot more fun. I can, use the dildo in one, have sex in the other. I was a sex worker for a while, and I was able to
course you
use
were.
one for work and save one for my partner, which was very, very good.
Ew.
Yes, I can have a baby in either one, but my doctor has told me to try not to do that and to only use the right side.
Probably
So
not a good idea,
when my
right?
husband and I are together, we have only been using the right one. The downsides are it's very high risk having children. They're born very small, and I have 2 periods, which is not pleasant. I need to use 1 tampon in each side. I always knew something was up with me from when I got my period and tampons didn't work. I didn't know I needed 2. And when I lost my virginity, it always felt really strange. But I actually didn't find out to what extent was up until I was 20. I went to have a termination of pregnancy, and they told me it wasn't in there after the procedure. And it turns out after another look, it was in the other side. So that's when they noticed everything. I was about 20 then. It was pretty traumatic because then I had to have a termination in the other uterus. And they punctured my bowel. So it really wasn't very nice at all, but I was really thankful to find out what was wrong. Already had 1 baby from this side before via C-sections because I can't give birth naturally. I'm very lucky to be able to have kids though because of what I have. Yes, unfortunately I need 2 pap smears, 1 in each cervix, and 2 STD checks if I have them. And I can also get like thrush in one side and not the other side, which is real inconvenient. Yeah, other than that, it doesn't really affect me. I do.
Hey, hey, man. Like, hey.
I feel like we all learned something. That's
Something.
So
This is where Team Spirit comes from, right?
Joe just put up the 1 comment from 1044. Is it cheating if a husband uses the other hole?
Damn.
Hey. So
My guy, imagine a woman that gets 2 periods, twice as angry.
No, I mean, you gotta look on the bright side because what I'm thinking is that she's going to register as an organ donor for somebody who's doing a gender affirming transgender surgery. She can donate a vagina.
That's thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, the box.
I didn't even see that coming. It's like a lip cervix.
Oh man.
Why? Wait. But there's a guy that's got 2 penises.
Oh my god. Hey, match made.
maybe that's her husband.
Soulmates.
Wow. I don't know where to start with this, my guy. Like, just imagine she goes for an abortion and they tell her, yo, there's nothing in there. And she's like, well, I'm sure there's something in there.
But that is what happened. That is what happened. She went for a termination. Termination is an abortion.
Yes, but now I'd like you to imagine the discussion with the doctors. Like, how do you have that discussion when you say, I know there's something in there, and they say it's not. And it's just like back and forth about
Doc, did you check the left one? Doc, did you check the left one? Like, there's what?
Is the doctor blind in the story? It's like she's sitting there and going like, "What does he not? Does he have like 1 eye? You can't see the hole? How does she not find this out at the age of 20?
My question is, how do you know you're in the right or left one?
That's what I want to know.
How do you really know?
She didn't figure this out until she was 20. So, I mean, like, fuck, there's a whole bunch of questions there.
She could be a virgin and not a virgin at the same time.
That's right. That's right.
Hey.
She could have kept the one exactly. She could have kept the one brand new.
I only use the right one.
You can be a hoe.
I'm a virgin sex worker.
You can be a hoe in the same thing. Yeah. That is mad. That's a lot of responsibility.
Why?
That's crazy.
That is mad.
I'll give this one to Slippery Pickle.
What is it?
The whole situation. Noise. Llama approved.
Also, convenient name for this story.
Slippery Pickle? Yeah.
Slippery Pickle. I know, my guy.
Did you have to read it, Paul, to get it?
No, I got it. I was so good. That was so good. But again, I mean, who are we to judge and again to know what the situation is and either left or right or who knows? No, I mean,
wait, did she say she gave her husband the right hole.
The good vagina. Yeah, he gets the good one.
Yeah.
So he's obviously a Republican.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
There we go.
No.
Anything to be politics.
What would have been? You know what would have been cooler if she didn't get the period at the same time, because then there's no excuse.
No headaches. You
They could
bastard.
have
Oh my
just-
word! No, slippery pickle keeps them coming.
When
No.
There you're pulling a Spock, man.
this is called the shocker.
Not
Fucking claw.
What's it?
Captain Leonard Nimoy, please.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yo, God, that is wild.
Live
Imagine
long
you
and
just
prosper.
look for the-
Yeah,
you just look for
please
the-
live long and prosper.
Left or right tonight, honey?
We've gone into a weird area now.
Horrible.
Yeah, I
Horrible.
don't think Paul's wife is watching anymore.
No. She left 2 vaginas ago.
Man, I just thought this was educational.
No,
I had no
absolutely.
idea this existed today.
Biology class.
You know, but that, I mean, obviously this proves that, you know, vaginas are a social construct, right? We live in a spectrum between 1 and 2 or more. So I mean, we can't assume anything about anybody because, you know, there's clearly somebody that has 2 vaginas. So
Yeah,
therefore,
because the exception has to be the rule now.
But the question is, does that make them double the woman?
Yeah, we'll
They
figure it
them.
out. We'll figure that one out.
More than a woman. More than a woman to
Yeah, she's
me.
more than a woman.
just waiting to meet 3 times a lady.
Oh, you
That's
like
it.
the one useful. That was like this one. Once, twice,
That's what that- Maybe that's 3 times a lady. Maybe that's what that song was about. I don't know. Who knows?
What did he know that we didn't know? Huh?
Oh my God.
Come on, Lionel. Come on, Lionel.
Yo, I don't know, man. I thought I knew a lot, but I know nothing. I feel like I know nothing. The world is a big place.
I find it interesting. I don't know. I find it very, very interesting. And
Fast.
I
What a
mean,
lifestyle change.
yeah, man.
You gotta
Joe
change
just
your
baffled. He's like, man, I don't know how this works.
How do you introduce that in a date, and how do you react when you're on a date and she tells you, "Hey,
Oh.
you know, by the way, I'm packing deuces."
Yeah.
Fucking deuces.
Time to
Maybe she starts it by saying like, "Listen, I can do a party trick."
Yeah.
Oh, no.
As
God,
far as my people are concerned, this is good for us because now we can kick you in your pee twice.
Fuck. Like,
Wow. Your mom is too.
Your mama's P squared, man.
but when you're not upset, but you are upset. Okay, only one of them, but yeah.
Only the left one. Only the left one.
On the left.
Your mom is Lanka. Yo,
Oh, man.
wild.
And as a kid, you know, the kids are teasing you. Your mom's a sex worker. Yeah, only with one side.
Only
Only the best.
only her dad's side.
On the left side. The right side doesn't
get it
count.
right.
Wait a second. Hold on. Here's a question before we end. All right, like let's put yourselves in this situation. You have a wife.
I don't exit I don't want to put myself.
Everybody's having the same reaction. No, dude, we're not gonna go there.
They don't want to disappoint a woman twice, my guy.
No, I have to agree with you guys. I don't think I wouldn't be comfortable with it.
You better not.
I don't know.
No.
Not my idea of a threesome. Definitely not.
Technically, it's a piece of old. It's so literal.
Oh my!
Oh man, nah, I can do a lot of things and I can't do that.
I can do anything for love,
Wait,
but I won't do that.
a Sam Smith concert or?
No, you read my mind. You read my mind. I was actually gonna ask that question. Are you
He's
guys?
gonna be moonwalking next to Sam Smith.
I will be on. I will have Sam Smith on my shoulders, my guy. Get me my veil, young man.
Are you gonna play a chess competition? Is that what you? Yeah?
Well, I need my devil veil and my horns, Sam. I'll be on in 20.
Oh man.
No, I would rather do that than do that. I'm not involved. Not.
Well, as we start winding down, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. We hope you've enjoyed this conversation so far. No questions have come in really, unless I missed one. Let me just check.
No questions, my guy. No questions. Nobody can ask shit because they don't understand.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's one question: is it cheating if her husband uses the other hole?
I think we answered that. I think
we addressed that already. It's
Yeah.
not cheating. It's not cheating.
Yeah.
That was by her own admission.
That's also true.
You might have to rewrite the laws.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in. 104, Debbie Murray, Jenny Lee is here, Gavin, and I don't know if Cameron's still here. Who else is here? Slippery Pickle, Mork Rock Show is here. Peter Sawanga is here.
Yeah.
In the chats, Boot, thank you so much.
I was like, what?
And
Here?
Dylan,
What?
Dylan, thank you so much for tuning in as well. We will be back, ladies and gentlemen. Before I forget, we'll be back next week on Wednesday because Thursday is a public holiday and I will not be available. So Wednesday evening, we are back, and it is a special guest that's going to be joining us that evening as well. So we're going to have a special guest on the show.
Hey, the Deuce's vagina guy.
And so far, Bevan is in. Hopefully, Pete will be
which
joining.
one, left or right?
Oh boy! Should we make a shirt on this one too, guys?
Yes, please. Choose the hole.
In the hole.
So I'm picturing like a I don't know why, but like a golf pole with two holes on either side. Choose one.
Very visual. Okay.
It breaks left and right.
Oh man. So, ladies and gentlemen, do tune in for that one. It's going to be a fun one. Keep the headlines coming in as well. Thank you guys so much for those of you who are emailing. Please keep on emailing some headlines. You guys are doing a phenomenal job of sending us some of these headlines that are coming in. And I think we're going to call it, ladies and gentlemen. We're approaching the 2-hour mark. So, once again, I just want to thank Ramaphosa for joining me. Thugnificent the second, by the way.
Goddamn right.
Rich Mahogany and Eastern Cape special person. I was comedy GBT. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. We hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you're watching this after the fact. Leave a comment in the comment section. And before we go, here's one question: if Peru joined BRICS instead of Brazil, what would it be called?
You're childish. You're fucking childish.
And that's a good way to end the show, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night. Cheers.
All right, cheers.